Hello VV Nation, my name is Ryan. Welcome to this week's special presentation, Profit Calmly with Safe and Sound Stocks. With geopolitical concerns at the forefront of news and volatility ticking up during this earnings season, I wanted to take the time and go over safe and sound stocks. With close to 10,000 stocks in the VectorVest database, if you want to find yourself investing with confidence and profit calmly, in today's market, we will go over exactly what are safe and sound stocks, what criteria is needed for stocks in the VectorVest system to qualify as a safe and sound stock. VectorVest gives you the exact tools you will need to find the best candidates for safe and sound stocks in the market. 3 criteria that make stocks safe and sound. The first one being RS, relative safety. Second, upside potential with RV, or relative value. And the third goes up more than it goes down, being CI. Many of you watching may be familiar with these indicators as they are the core VectorVest indicators only found in the VectorVest 7 system. So if you want to save yourself a lot of time and headache and get pointed in the right direction, using these proprietary indicators can give you the confidence that you've picked the best safe and sound stocks in the market. These 3 components, the first being RS, relative safety, focuses on the safe aspect of the safe and sound concept. It's an indicator of risk, just speaks to the company's consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance. The second item being RV, relative value, also speaks to the safety component of the strategy. RV, relative value, simply looks at the long-term price appreciation potential within that investment. And the last item being CI, the comfort index. This gives investors the sound component of when it comes to safe and sound stocks, reflects the stock's ability to resist severe and or lengthy price declines, bringing stock charts to the top of the list that are typically smoother and moving in a lower left to upper right manner. Now let's go ahead and jump into VectorVest 7 software so I can show you the power of these proprietary indicators and put your investment journey on the right path so you can profit calmly with safe and sound stocks. All right, now we're on the home page of the VectorVest 7 software, and you can see a predominance of red across the home page. So just getting a sense and just feeling the pulse of the market, you can see it slipping to the downside. Exactly why I felt it's a great opportunity to put safe and sound stocks in your portfolio and put them on your radar so that way you can weather storms such as the one we're going through right now. So to find safe and sound stocks within the VectorVest 7 system, first, we're going to go to the Unisearch part of the program, one of the tabs located across the top. Over on the left, we'll have all the Unisearch folders here. We're going to scroll down to find Searches-Prudent, which I have highlighted here. Once I open this folder, I'll scroll down. And here we'll see the Safe and Sound Search. First and foremost, just a little pro tip, if there's a search that you're not too familiar with, you can get a little bit more information in the comments section down below, which states the easy way to find financially sound stocks for the long term. All stocks found must have favorable upside potential, RV, and above average safety, RS. In addition, their combination of value, safety, and timing, VST, must be favorable. Now again, RV and RS focus on the safe aspect of the strategy. The sound part comes from CI. Thus the last sentence stating the most persistently rising stocks, CI, with the most predictable earnings, RS, will come to the top of the list. And just to the right of the searches mentioned, you can see the parameters here. The stocks must have a VST greater than 1.25, some of the highest VST stocks in our database. The next item, stocks RS must be greater than 1, so relative safety must be favorable. RV, or relative value, also greater than 1. The stock has to be greater than $1. To ensure liquidity, the stock average volume, the 50-day moving average, has to be greater than 100,000. Cannot be a market indice. Shares have to be traded on that stock at that given time. In addition, we're not bringing up ETFs. As well, these stocks must be on certain exchanges. In addition to the parameters listed here that the stocks must meet, the stocks will be in order by RS times CI. So as we filtrate our database, we'll resort the stocks that come up and meet the criteria of these parameters. So if I just hit run search and minimize the parameters to see the stocks. Once I ran the search as of this morning here, Friday, November 7th, shortly after the bell at 10:16 a.m., these were the stocks that met the criteria and which had the highest combination of RS times CI. Kinross Gold at the top of the list here. That combination coming in at 2.52. I do notice some gold stocks here, but some other well-known names in the list here, such as Amphenol Corp, Broadcom. Many of us are familiar with Comfort Systems or Fix, along with Sterling Infrastructure. If I scroll over to the right, for safe and sound stocks, we want companies with strong fundamentals. So at no surprise, RV and RS, look at these ratings here, well into favorable territory, some of the highest fundamental ratings in the database. As I continue to scroll over to the right, very strong CI ratings as well. 1.76 with Kinross Gold at the top of the list here. The one at the bottom of the list, still one of the highest ratings in the database at 1.64. Look at the recommendations as well. Majority buy recommendations, so momentum still continuing to the upside. And scrolling to the right just a little bit further with earnings growth rate and sales growth rate, the engine that can drive these stock prices even higher. Phenomenal numbers, double digits across the board. Only one stock with a single digit number coming in the sales growth rate portion. Sanmina Corp, SANM, but still in positive, still favorable. So let's look at the charts and see what type of price action safe and sound stocks can give us. Just to show you what type of stocks come in the list here, first up we have Kinross Gold. Looking at price action, lower left, upper right, majority strong buy recommendations over the last 12 months. RT in favorable territory for the most part, so you can see exactly why it's safe and sound. And along with that, strong fundamentals and the forecasted earnings per share as it continues to tick up, even most recently here, this giving you exactly the information you need to know that these are strong candidates coming into the list. As we continue to scroll down, an electronic company, again, price action, lower left, upper right, over the last 12 months, strong buy ratings. There hasn't even been a hold rating in the last 5 months of this position here. Along with that, the fundamentals down below, earnings per share continuing to rise. As I scroll down, we're going to see this theme continue. Here's Goldfields, again, lower left, upper right. This is exactly what we want for safe and sound stocks. These are the type of stocks investors want in their portfolios for the long term, especially if you want peace of mind. Another gold company being Anglo Gold or Shanti PLC. Now, gold stocks have been hot, but other stocks are going to come into the list here. As we can see, here's another Eagle Mines gold company, lower left, upper right, rising earnings per share. Even on this most recent pullback, our stop price keeping us in the position, and RT still remains above 1. Next up is Amphenol Corp, an electrical company here. Smooth price action. Look at these candlesticks. Very tight, range bound, yet trending up, buy rating in place. Another stock where not even a hold rating has came into place in the last few months here. Rising earnings per share. These stocks are showing me exactly why I wanted to put safe and sound stocks on your radar this week. Here's another stock, Broadcom, very strong company. Look at price action, lower left, upper right, majority buy recommendations in place, rising earnings per share. You see that's the common theme between these stocks here as I continue to scroll down the list. Finishing with Sterling Infrastructure. You want to talk about a steady Eddie stock. Look at the ascending channel this stock has been in. 8 months of price action and a nice steady ascending channel. Along with that, we're getting great forecasted data, earnings per share on the rise. So these are phenomenal stocks. You can see the price patterns here, lower left, upper right, strong buy ratings, So instead of having to go out and find candidates that can meet the potential criteria for safe and sound, VectorVest, this tool makes it very easy for the individual investor. Just run the search, and therefore you will get stocks just like these. Out of over 9,000 stocks in the database, this search is bringing the ones to the top of the list with smooth price action and strong fundamentals. Let's go back in time. Therefore, I'm going to change this date to January 21st. This is when we got a DEW up signal. This was our first up signal for the year. If I click OK and simply hit run search, the VectorVest software is running the database on January 21st to see exactly which stocks would have came to the top of the list. And there's some phenomenal names here. Interactive Brokers, Fix, once again, Arista Networks, NVIDIA, Taiwan Semiconductor, Broadcom, Axon. Majority of these stocks you guys and gals are familiar with. So let's quick test the stocks that came in the search results. Phenomenal results this year so far. This would have been simply holding these positions from the DEW up signal till current. And it's been a wild ride in the market this year. 9 winners, only 1 loser. And look at our 1 loser, Axon, only down 3%. While every other stock in the list here, double-digit gains to the upside. Now, on average, we would have made 38%. And if we compare that to the broad market being the VectorVest composite, the broad market only rising 3.58% so far since January 21st. If I want to raise that benchmark to say the QQQ or the NASDAQ 100, the Q's only rising 15% in the same time period. Therefore, not only are you finding safe and sound stocks, but you're getting great exposure to upside potential. And once again, that's the power of the VectorVest proprietary indicators. Thank you, VV Nation, for tuning in for this week's special presentation, Profit Calmly with Safe and Sound Stocks. Now, my name is Ryan Shook, Senior Instructor here. Always a pleasure. If you had any questions about tonight's presentation, please do not hesitate to give support a call. Good night.